Get in! I've been asked to join the YouTube partnership program. Hi everybody, Peter here, your Ginger Geordie Geek. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please do consider checking out my back catalogue of vids and live shows. And if you like that kind of stuff, hit the like button. So, my channel's been up and running for around about 2 years now. I do a whole mix of live shows, unboxings, shorts, and all that kind of stuff. Imagine my excitement a month or so ago when I got an email from YouTube saying I was being invited to join the YouTube partnership program, which in essence means monetization. Cha-ching! So in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how that excitement quickly turned to anger and rage, and then hopefully give you some hints and tips so you don't hopefully make the same mistakes I did. So what is monetization, or the YouTube partnership program? Basically, what it means is that your channel has met the threshold to join the program. And it basically means that you've got, at time of recording this video, 1,000 subs and over 4,000 viewer hours. It's a way of getting revenue from your channel, so you get things like ad revenue and you get super chat enabled and all that kind of stuff. Basically, it's a way of bringing some cash in from your content. When you hit the threshold, which changes now and then, basically you get a message from YouTube in your YouTube studio and they invite you to apply for partnership. This is what happened to me. So first off, you apply for a AdSense account. That's up here for you to have a little look-see at. Basically, this is the program or the bit of software that helps to sort out your ad revenue. That's a fairly straightforward process. You fill in some forms, get it sent off. Took me around about, I think, 3 weeks to get that agreed and sorted. Once that's done, you have the option to apply for YouTube partnership program. Now, at that stage, you are encouraged to review your content, to be fair to YouTube. They send you a whole host of guidance documents, community guidelines, all that kind of stuff, and ask you to read through it and make sure that your channel meets the standards that they have set for monetization. Now, as I said, to be transparent and to be fair to YouTube, when I got all that information, I browsed through it quite rapidly. I thought my channel was fine. I've seen other people's channels, I've seen the millions of shorts that are out there, and I didn't think my channel was any different to any of the others. So in hindsight, I didn't give that enough attention that I should have. I browsed through it, had a quick look, and hit apply. After only a few days after applying, I was informed that I had been refused due to reused content. What? As you can imagine, I was pretty gutted about this, but I had a look at the options that they presented us with. Option 1 was basically to take it on the chin, review my content, get rid of anything that was deemed reused material, and reapply after 30 days. Option 2 was to appeal the decision. Now, you only appeal the decision if you think your content is sound. So you can't remove any content before the appeal. You appeal and basically say, look, you've made a mistake, and get them to review it. This review is by a human, not an AI process. So you've got a chance of having someone actually putting eyes on your channel and seeing whether they think it's good enough to be accepted or not. Now, my channel had been flagged for reused content. I didn't really understand that. But they helpfully send you this guide, this bit of information that helps you to try and work out what your content is. Now, as I've said before, I don't use a lot of reused content, but to be fair, on reading the guidance, I thought, well, you know what? I have used in some of my shorts, cartoon clips and things like that. So I chose to go with option 1, to wait the 30 days, and I basically deleted all of the stuff that I thought was causing the issue. I went through my shorts and I went through some of my I went through my shorts and I went through some of my video content to see if any of it had cartoon clips, movie clips, trailers, that kind of stuff, and I got rid of most of it. So after 30 days, cha-ching, I get the option to reapply. Get in there now. Before I did that, I thought I would be sensible and go back through my content. My short content in particular, I went through with a fine tooth comb and I deleted literally anything that I thought could cause an issue. So I literally removed anything that had cartoon trailers in it, clips, anything like that was gone. I was very confident that I deleted everything that could be classed as reused content, so I hit that reapply button. reused content again. Again, like the first time, I was given my two options. Basically take it on the chin, delete content and reapply, or appeal the decision. Now, the big change this time though was my reapply period was 90 days. 90 fucking days! I was a little bit cheesed off, it's fair to say, so I went through my content in extreme detail, trying to look at anything that could be classed as reused content. I genuinely couldn't see anything. The only thing that did flag that could possibly be reused content was, for some of my shorts, I do rankings. And I do rankings using popular memes. Now, I see billions of channels putting these bloody things out, so surely to God that's not causing the issue. I did a bit of research, couldn't find anything that really conclusively showed us yes or no to that, so I hit YouTube help. I jumped onto the chat support, the live kind of messaging process, and I spoke to an individual for, I would estimate, about 45 minutes. It's fair to say that those 45 minutes were not well spent, and it was about as useful as a huge wet fart. My irritation levels began to rise when they kept telling us things like, we want to help you, we want you to succeed, our aim is to help you get monetized. Bollocks! I repeatedly explained to the person, perhaps, on the end of my phone that I did not know where I was going wrong. I could not identify the reused content. They helpfully continued to send me to this bit of advice. Yes, thank you. I have read that. I've gone through my content. I don't understand where I'm going wrong. I don't think I'm breaching any of those points. Can you explain further? Yeah, you're pissing us off now. I asked the direct question, could this be related to ranking memes? Do you think ranking memes cause this issue? Is that classed as reused content? Help us out. For the love of God, help us out. This is what they told us. I mean, I'm going to smash your face in a minute, like. Around the 40-minute mark, I was starting to lose the will to live and didn't feel like I was getting any support or guidance at all, apart from this. You're a shower of bastards, I tell you. Anyway, after a while, I said, what about the appeal process? Will that help? And a bit of glimmer of hope. They said, yes, do your appeal. And at the very, very least, if you don't succeed at your appeal, what they'll do is send you a detailed email explaining the issue. Oh, specifics. I like it. That might help me understand where I've gone wrong. So part of us thought, I'll hopefully be successful at the appeal because I think my channel's fine. The other part thought, even if I'm not successful at appeal, at the very least, they'll tell us where I'm going wrong, and that will be a massive help. So I chose to look at the appeal process. That's a load of bollocks as well. So prior to the appeal, it's fair to say that I didn't know what I'd done wrong. I still didn't see any reused content on my channel, so I was going in a little bit blind. The appeal process is in the form of a video. You have to record yourself in your appeal. It's a bit like a terrorist hostage video, you know? So I filmed a short video. I explained that I didn't really understand where I was going wrong. I asked them directly on camera for help in identifying the issues. I then showed them some of my content, I showed them some of my thumbnails, I talked them through how I record videos on my phone, how I edit using DaVinci, how I use Canva for thumbnails, all that kind of stuff. I thanked them for the time and their consideration of my appeal. Less than 6 hours from submitting my appeal video, I was once again denied. Bet you can't guess what I was denied for. Reused content. The feedback on my appeal video was this. What in the f***? You want us to film myself filming a video so I can send it to you and say this is what I film? What the shit are you talking about, you bunch of... So the appeal hadn't actually considered, I don't think, my channel at all. Basically what it had looked at was whether I'd done a nice enough appeal video. It's like being in an exam basically, and someone's marking your homework to see if you used the correct grammar. It's fair to say at this point I was pretty pissed off, but I thought not to worry. Not to worry, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. At least I'm going to get my specific feedback, so hopefully they will be able to show me, you know, what videos are causing the issue. Guess what feedback I got? Fuck you, YouTube! So I was absolutely no further forward once again. I'd failed 2 applications and I'd failed an appeal process. And now, just to kick us as hard as I could in the nuts, I had to wait 90 days before I could reapply, even though I don't know what I've done wrong. To be fair to them, I thought perhaps I've missed something, so I absolutely scoured my content. I went through it in great detail, crying and sobbing like a baby. I didn't really, I was just f***ing furious. Anyway, I went through it all in great detail, and again, the only thing I can possibly find that could potentially be reused content were ranking videos. Perhaps that's the issue. I don't know. I didn't want to find myself in this situation again in 90 days time, because there's a chance I'll have a full breakdown. So what I decided to do was once again hit the helpful people over on the online chat. Shower of bastards. Once again, I'd estimate I was on the call for around about 40 to 50 minutes. I consulted with the online chat person. I gave them all the details. I asked, nay, begged for support and help. Good news, they made very positive noises. Guess what? They wanted me to succeed. They want to help monetize me. They want me to be a success. Tremendous, love that. What they then offered to do was to do a full review of my channel there and then, if I didn't mind waiting 5 to 10 minutes. Of course not. Crack on. Exactly what I've been wanting. Before you do that though, before you go off and do that, all I want you to tell me is specifics. Give me one video that's been flagged by your AI or whatever it is, so I can learn from it and get rid of that kind of video. That's all I want. Please, one video. Just tell us one thing, all right? Crack on. After about 8 minutes, they responded. Guess what? I need to check out this. That's right, they very helpfully recommended that I check out the help guide again. The help guide I've been checking out now for the last, what, 2 months, month and a half? I don't know anymore, man. Absolutely pissed off by this point, I asked about the complaints process and was directed to feedback. I said, no, I don't want to give feedback. I want to make a formal complaint. They said, yeah, that's via feedback. I said, no. I would like to make a formal complaint. They sent us to feedback. In the end, at my wit's end, I suggested to the individual that I felt my only choice was to wait the 90 days, and as I wasn't given any support or specific information, I had no choice but to reapply only after I had deleted all of my YouTube content. I thought for sure this would be a shock to the system and they'd say, no, don't do that. This was my response. Okay, I feel like I'm not left with any choice but to delete all of my content, as I've got no idea what the offending content is.
We greatly appreciate your understanding on this.
By this stage, I think it's pretty fair to say that I had absolutely lost all faith and hope in this entire process. I was at my wit's end. I was irritated beyond belief. I was angry. I was sick as a bloody chip. But don't worry. Good old YouTube chat knew that I was despondent and came in with this bit of support.
I would like to personally send my encouragement to your channel in reaching this far. If you have goals in life or on your YouTube career, struggles do exist. But success tastes sweeter if you win and learn from those struggles. So keep reaching for your dreams.
Are you for fucking real? Are you for real? I'm asking for help and you're giving us Mr. Miyagi bullshit. I hate you. So, What's the moral of this story, ladies and gents? Well, the truth of the matter is, YouTube are a bunch of So, try again. What's the moral of this story, ladies and gentlemen? The moral is basically that before you apply for monetization or to join the YouTube partner program, make sure you go through your content in extreme detail and delete and get rid of anything that could be classed as reused content. This, to my understanding, includes use of cartoon clips, it includes use of movie trailers. I presume now, my only explanation is it includes the use of meme templates, although I don't know that. So if anybody does know, please do let us know in the comments. Having researched this in detail, there's also something about the fact that if your video hasn't got your face on it, the AI doesn't recognize it as genuine material. So those of you that film stuff with just voiceover, you might need to check that out as well. The bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, is for me, this has been a nightmare process. Now, I know lots of other content creators get through monetization without an issue, without a hitch. The only ones I know of are the ones that don't seem to do short content. So my gut feeling is the big problem here lies with shorts and the type of content you push out on that. For me personally, I'm going to try and restrict the use of rankings. I'm going to try and do more review videos with my face on screen rather than using some of those YouTube kind of memes. Will this work? Who fucking knows? YouTube don't know, help don't know, Bugger knows, so God only knows. I'll have to just bite the bullet and try it in 90 days time. But obviously, probably the most important advice I can give those that are thinking about applying for partnership is obviously this. Shower of bastards, honestly. I do want to leave you with this though. I hope anybody that watches my channel or knows me personally will know that the money side of things doesn't come into it for me. I'm not particularly interested in the fact that I could have been making money on this channel. In fact, what I'd already decided I was going to do was donate any proceeds that I make from this channel to mental health charities. So the money aspect really isn't a concern. No, rather my upset is about the process and the feeling of being unjustly treated. I've found this entire process completely irritating. I've found that there's no clarity, I've found that there's no specifics given, I've found that the help is not help at all. The creator support has been absolutely lacking, other than providing repeatedly the same bit of advice. Now, my understanding is that the review process is conducted by some kind of algorithm, AI process, Skynet, I don't know. What I don't believe is that that process is not intelligent enough to identify the key issues. It should literally be a matter of pushing a button for YouTube to say to me, "Oi, Terminator, send us this video that's causing the issue." That would solve everything. I'll be able to look at the video and say, "Oh yeah, it is rankings," and delete them all. Instead, I'm left in no man's land with no clear instruction. The appeal process, again, is supposed to be conducted by a human. I'm not sure what kind of human, but my feeling and my experience was that that appeal process didn't really actually look at the question at hand at all. Instead, what they did was they looked at my video and said, "Oh, look, he's not filming something." Fuck you. Sorry. Trying to keep professional. So yeah, the appeal process, again, waste of space. And again, if you're going to say to somebody, "We're going to send you detail, guidance and support," send it. Don't send the same bullshit you've been sending repeatedly. Again, losing me temper. Calm down, Peter. Basically, for me, the appeal process was a whole load of bollocks. Okay, guys, I have moaned on enough, and no doubt the YouTube gods are going to strike me down with their Skynet AI robots or something. I don't know. But I'm interested in your thoughts. What do you think of this process? Have I done something glaringly wrong that you've spotted straight away and can help me with? I don't know. Do you think ranking meme templates are the issue on my short feed? Again, I don't know. Have you been through this process yourself and passed successfully, or have you stumbled like me? Again, All of these questions, I'd be interested in your thoughts in the comments section of this video. Okay, that's your whack. Thank you very much, everybody. Do hit that like and subscribe button. And if I can just leave you with one last very important piece of information. You fucking bastards, honestly.